everyone, this is Dr. Liv with New Insight, and thank you for joining me in another video. The title of today's video is Understanding Anger, Why It Builds and How to Manage It. Typically when we're angry, we can easily recall the trigger, how the trigger made us feel, and how we reacted. However, in some cases, people can become so angry until they black out, and it's difficult to recall what they said or did. And some people are easily prone to anger, while others tend to have a higher tolerance for anger. Also, some people show their anger outwardly, meaning it's easy to notice that they're mad, while others internalize and suppress their anger. It is important to note that anger starts mentally, but is oftentimes felt physically and emotionally first. For example, when you're angry, you feel physical symptoms in your body, such as rapid breathing, rapid heart rate, muscle tension and agitation, sweating, and skin flush. And emotionally, we tend to feel angry when we've been disrespected, offended, disappointed, betrayed, hurt, abused, neglected, rejected, or mistreated, or when we perceive we have been. Therefore, anger starts mentally because when we're first triggered, our brain computes a mental interpretation about the trigger, and this activates the sympathetic nervous system or fight or flight system, and as a result, we feel and react in anger. Let's take a closer look. Janae is preparing for a meeting at work. She has been having a productive day and is in a good mood. When Janae enters the conference room, she notices two of her colleagues talking and laughing. Her other colleagues acknowledge her by saying good morning, except the two colleagues who are very preoccupied with their conversation. Janae takes her seat and thinks to herself, why didn't they speak to me? What are they laughing about? Are they talking about me? I was approved for my vacation next week. Are they mad about that because they'll have to work short staff? I don't think they ever really liked me and might be jealous. Therefore, the more Janae thinks these thoughts, also known in anger management as hot thoughts, the more she starts to feel angry, and the more this will lead to angry sensations and eventually an angry response or reaction. Therefore, during the meeting, Janae is distracted, her heart is racing, her skin is flushed, her muscles are tense and jittery, and she feels hot sensations throughout her body. After the meeting, Janae decides to confront both co-workers in the hallway. She starts yelling and accusing them of being jealous, fake, and talking behind her back. The two colleagues tell Janae that she is completely wrong and out of line. They were talking and laughing about a private incident that happened outside of work and didn't even notice that she came into the conference room. In this example, we see how Janae was triggered by the coworkers. What caused her feelings and reactions was the interpretation of jealousy and disrespect. So let's look at some key points for anger management. A key note for consideration in anger management is to not jump to conclusions or make negative assumptions. Don't react off the first idea or belief that your mind formulates. Use the MAD acronym, MAD, which stands for minimize, avoid, and dismiss. Always take a moment to breathe. Remove yourself from the trigger if you can, and consider other perspectives. Practice this in everyday situations as well, and not just when you're angry, because when you're angry, it's difficult to stop and think. However, it is necessary to prevent escalation and saying and doing things that will lead to negative outcomes. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more videos.